Okay, so this is my first video doing this. It's a racetrack radio, home built boombox, whatever you want to call it. I built this last fall, I guess. Built it out, fits on a four-wheeler, on my dad's four-wheeler pretty good. So I got this idea from a good friend of mine who said he's seen them. It's a second radio I put in there. It's a Pioneer deck. I went with this because it's got the remote, so when you're sitting on the four-wheeler you can, mess around with it. Got NPX marine speakers in it, nothing super fancy. Got wheels on the side. Let's see here. You can see there's a power cord that goes to a 12-volt power supply that's inside the box, so I can plug it into a regular power outlet if I have it available. Otherwise, there is a 10 amp hour battery inside also, charges it up. It'll run probably 8 hours, at a pretty decent volume. I've also got over here on this side, I got a little charging plug for it. It comes out, plug in my little, I got a little wall wart battery tender thing to charge up the battery inside, so I can charge it up that way. I don't know if that power supply will actually charge a battery or not. I just installed it not too long ago, so I don't know. But I also got more storage over here. I've got the cigarette plug, a couple adapters for like an iPod and everything. Cigarette plug goes on the four-wheeler, so I can power directly off the four-wheeler while the four-wheeler is running. Works really well. Handles just I put this thing on there. It's got wheels on it, so I can roll it because the thing weighs a ton. It's built out of 3/4 inch particle board, whatever you want to call it. I've also got it Line-X'd. Did that at work. Really nice job a friend of mine did for me. Bottle opener. Everybody needs one of those. Amp, just an amp I got at the pawn shop, and it was small enough to fit on the back. These down here, these are actually running off the front outputs of the deck, so when we hook up the trailer to go party cruising, which we do a lot for the Nationals in the summertime, hook up the trailer to the four-wheeler, throw a load of people on. I got a set of 6x9s in boxes that go on the trailer. Four-wheeler's wired up with the speaker wires, so I just got a plug on the end. I put a plug on these, running through the four-wheeler onto the trailer. Works really good, and you can adjust the balance, that way you're not drowning the people out on the trailer. If you want to crank it up in the front, it works really well that way. Let's see, a 12-volt power outlet over here if you want to charge your phone up. I don't know why, but every time I plug something into that, it pops a circuit breaker inside. It's got its own fuse box inside. It's got fuses for everything. Probably too many, I guess. My buddy said I over-engineered it, but that'll put power to this. What happened is I was on a boat running off my buddy's 12-volt battery in his boat. My dad was charging his phone off of this. It was working just fine. As soon as I turned on the deck, it popped the circuit breaker. But as you can see,
in your area,
it works
Alexandria,
pretty good.
Wadena, Baxter, Detroit Lakes, Fargo, and Fergus Falls. 8 locations in all. Get the iPhone 4S at Allstate Wireless, your preferred Sprint dealer.
It's got the little jump drive thing, so I can run it off that. It's got an auxiliary port. I've sure you see the stereos before. So basically, last summer we were using it. We hooked up my buddy's phone to it. He had it bungee corded right up here and used his iPhone. Pandora worked really well. It's got a little Dodge emblem down here. The bottom of it, that's how you open it up. There's a bunch of screws down there. I'm not going to do it because it's a pain in the butt. But everything's jammed in there fairly tight, as you can imagine. I've used this thing quite a bit out at campfires, at the racetrack. I work at the end of the track, so we don't have any power out there, so it's nice to have a nice radio because we drain the battery in the truck all the time. So this is my first one. It turned out really well. A lot of people want one. I'm not going to do it for everybody. And I actually just made another video of this one down here. Worked really good too. Alright, thanks for watching.